Hello, the game has started and it is me to go first. I have the J and the X. I have Jaxie, I think. Jaxie for 54. Yeah, that's fine. Not a good pickup. UW. Opponents played Batch. And I do have a C for playing next to the H, looking at a 5-letter play down. Clout would get rid of the U, but I'm wondering about Cowie. That's a little bit safer. I don't like the idea of keeping the U, but 31 is a good score, so that's fine. I've drawn 3 E's, which is unideal, but I should be able to get rid of some of them. Opponents played dunks there. What to do? Now I've got LIEU, but that doesn't hook on to the D, and it doesn't play parallel. So I have Ulyi. That's not too bad. 20 gives back easy score to opponent. Let me just have a look if there's something better. I have Ilex 17. And I also have Ulex 17. Now, what about something through the D? Ada. I might actually go with you. Oh, what about... No, I don't have anything to go under the J. So I think I'll go with Ulex for 17. Or what about Elite? That looks better. 32, wow. Okay, not a bad pickup. This will be close to a bingo, no doubt. Opponent plays tied. Any H hotspots? No. UGH is good, but not seeing a great spot for that. Head rugs. I don't think head rugs is a thing. Wow. Maybe just huge. I think that's not a bad score. 31. Not a good pickup. I've duplicated N and A. Varan is good. And Varna. Varan definitely. Oh, no O to go in front of the B. That's a problem. but NA would sort the rack out in terms of duplicates. Not a good score. Tich, I think, might take an S. Vand, that'll get rid of a few duplicates and score well. I draw the Z, so now I do have ZO. Southern, nice bingo by opponent. Do I have a Z play which incorporates the V? Not that I can see. So ZO is potential there. 38, not a bad score. I'll go with that. FV don't go well together, generally speaking. Vifta through a D. Ouch, opponent takes a decisive lead with Moonwort. Vares and Moonworts might be an option. What about a 4-timer through this O? Not seeing it. Feigns 28. There's 35. I'll go with that. More or less level score-wise. Opponent's got more time than me. Now I've got an anti-prefix. Anti-fur is good, but not anti-fire. Lazo, front hook for Azo. What about Frint? No. Faint. Yeah, that'll work. But have I definitely not got something through the O? That would be a good score. Notifier, not quite. The A would need to be an E. Forint. Fortain, no. Can't see it, so I'm going with faint for 28. I draw the Q, but there is a blank to come, and if opponent's got that, yeah, I thought he might have it, so he's won this game, almost certain of that. And I think I'll just get rid of the Q up here and see if I can magically draw into a bingo. I'm low on time. If I get rid of Y and E, in such a way as to score, or Y and A even, because that's 25. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Degrees. Doesn't currently play, and I don't think opponent is about to. Okay, he's played lame for 30, so even if I do bingo, it would have to be degrease through an A. That's not going to happen. ASG no good, otherwise degrees would have played there. Fag only takes an S. 2 tiles in the bag. Does the T help? Deterges. Not enough to win, but wow, 399 to 398. Opponent likely to win this one because he's got some scoring tiles with the P, and I only have 1 pointers. So yeah, that wins it for opponent. He scores 19 there, and Yar not enough. 2.5 minutes to find how many points? 15 roughly. I don't think pass as but RA isn't good either. Wow, what a close finish. Tadir. Nah, I thought I'd try it, just on the off chance. I think Yar is about the best I can see. 8 points, not enough. So thank my opponent for the game. 411 to 417. Let's see what we missed. Wow, pretty close in the end there. Okay, Jaxie was best for 54 from the opening rack. Then opponent plays through the A, manages 24 with a vowelless rack. And then Cowie for 31. Colty slightly better, yes. Even though it's 4 extra points and does give back score to opponent, I do like the idea of getting rid of the U and the Y in one hit. So Colty slightly better, even though it wasn't as safe as Cowie. Then opponent's got he would have had Inky, for example. Inky would have been 33 points, so it would have cancelled out my score anyway. Dunks for 35, looks okay. And then I've got Elite for 32. Tuile, Tuile, Tuile. That's not one you see every day. That'd be great to get rid of the U. Tuile. Because you can spell that with a Y as well, I believe. Tuilye. So that's a variant spelling, I think. Yeah, that would have been the play. Anyway, I still got 32 points out of it, so it was a welcome find. Now, opponent very close to bingo territory. Gets the top play of tied down. No bingo here. Huge for 31 was best. Bet for 24 best. Vand was best for 20 in terms of the equity. And then now opponent's got a dream rack here. Southern through the H. It was a tight board. And there were no other bingos. Wow, so kudos to opponent for that find. Now Zoe for 38, but Soz, look at that. A8. Oh, of course. I was just thinking of starting with Z, but not actually playing down onto the Z. Zell being good. So 53, that's 15 points gonna miss. That's a shame. Admittedly, I was burning the S to play Soz, so that has to be softening the difference in the equities a little bit, I'd say. Now look at this rack. 3 O's and a W, and opponent finds Moonwort. Very nice. Monobrow also good through the same N. And look at that for a 12-letter word, Southernwood. 63. Wow. Southernwood. Moonwort comes down. Savin for 37. A11. So Stich was good. I did mention it earlier. And maybe Savin would have been the play there. Well, for 37, I would say yes, because it gets rid of the V as well. And yeah, I quite like saving. Anyway, I went with Vares because it didn't give much back to opponent, and there was an S and a blank to come, so I thought that would be a useful hook. So I took it first. Now, do for 22 looks best. Opponent goes with Adu for 17. Feint for 28. Highest score, but look at if at 03. If there, beautiful rack leave. One of these E's makes that 5-letter set absolutely heavenly. And yeah, not much difference in the equities, mind you. So IR, yeah. Anyway, still happy with Feint. Now opponent's got a dream rack here and a whole host of bingos he can choose from. Gets a 4-timer down, which catapults him into a bingo's lead. 70 points to make up. QI is best for 38 from this rack. Then opponent's got Fag for 29. Fem for 30. Now, no bingo here. Pretty close. Yag for 23 with ERS. There were no G's to come, so I didn't mind keeping this G actually, because 2 G's becomes a bit tricky. The Let's look at F11. Oh, Tichy and Yag. Now, no S's and blanks to come, but opponent can easily block that just by playing a two-letter word down there. So I can't pluralize Yag, if it even takes an S. Not sure about that. Yeah, Ya looks fine for 25. But look at this, a 36-point play opponent had at 8k. Liaise. Admittedly, it did provide floaters. But that's a big score, 36. That would have put opponent over 400. So, but Ya looks okay. And oh, that was me, was it? Yeah, that was me. I'm thinking of opponent here. So I still like Ya. I find Yag doesn't really help because Fag does take an S and I have an S. I just wanted as much flexibility there as possible. Anyway, so I played that out the way. Now, what has opponent got? Lamb, Lim, Lima, Lazo. I think he goes with Lazo and Lame. And now, really, Deterge's the only playable bingo. I had to go for it. And unfortunately, opponent had a good spot for the P's. He played Pupil for 19, but Pin-Up, where was that? L11. Asps and Pin-Up. Yeah, that's quite nice. And Pupil also played at L11 down. So those were some big scores there. But 19 was enough to win anyway. Opponent probably had a look around the board and AR just did not represent heavy artillery in any shape or form. And that was the end of that. So a very close finish. Opponent, I went out with Yar and it was 6 points in it. So one or two misses there. I think Savin might have been my saving grace, but the game could just change, you know, the whole trajectory of the game once you do a move that's not consistent with the flow of the actual game. Opponents' responses change and it's a whole different project. So, hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.